Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually making a real video for y'all today. For some reason, I do not do well at get ready with me's, but I have some stuff to talk about today, so I'm actually gonna film the intro after, so let's get into it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think I should start with my hair. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I know that something needs to get done, and I'm probably gonna hit my good old half up, half down situation, or should I do like pigtails? Should I do bangs and pigtails? I think that's cute. We're talking about 5 things that we can do, daily habits. We don't want these habits to be something that is hard, okay? I want to recommend you guys the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That's a really good book that you should read if you're interested in improving your life, all right? The number one important thing about building new habits is making sure that you can actually stick to them. Last thing you want to do is have a whole bunch of habits that you're like, yeah, I'm totally going to go balls to the wall with this, and it ends up just not working because it's not sustainable, it's not something that you're used to, it's a lot to implement in your day. So here are the 5 things that I think implementing daily would help you, even if you do it in small amounts to begin with. Guys, give me a round of applause. I took notes for today's video, so we did not lose our train of thought. All right, first things first, a morning routine, babe. You need a morning routine. The importance of a morning routine is that Newton's law, hey, let's take it back to science class really quick. Newton's law, whatever is stagnant will stay stagnant. Whatever gets put in motion stays in motion, right? Something along those lines. You know, you've heard it 1,010,000 times before. That's Newton, right? It doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying? Your mornings matter a lot to how your day is actually gonna play out. That means whether you wake up, you set your alarm, and you take a walk, you make your bed, you eat breakfast, you can even schedule in scrolling time. If you must wake up and scroll your phone, schedule a time and set a timer and then get off and continue that morning routine. But having a morning routine nonetheless is going to ensure that you're on track with everything that you need to be on track. Hello? Oh my gosh, my freaking face is peeling. Well, hopefully my freaking upper lip peels too, because it looks like I have a mustache. We will talk a little bit more about what you can implement in your morning routine as we go on through the video, but it is very important. Like I said, eat breakfast, open windows, take a shower, take vitamins, get a cup of coffee, and do it at the same time every day. Make it a routine. That is the importance of a routine, making sure that you're doing it at the same time every day, almost like clockwork until you are like a drill sergeant with your routine. And these don't have to be hard things. It just has to be something that you continuously put in motion every morning, all right? That's rule number 1, habit number 1 that I think you could implement daily. That's going to improve your life, whether you realize it or not. The second thing, which like I said, we'll probably go through a few things that you can implement into your morning routine just by going through this video. The second thing is going to be making a todo, aka a to-do list. Have you ever heard that saying that people are like, if you don't know where your money is going, it's just unaccounted for and you have no like control over your money? Like, have you heard something like this before? Because it is the same thing with your time. If your time is not accounted for throughout the day, you're kind of spending a lot of it either doom scrolling or doing things that are not productive to your future. So, for example, when you don't have a to-do list, you'll do things like doom scroll or stay up all night. And my to-do list, I have 3 journals. I literally have a gigantic journal, I have a smaller journal, and then I just recently, all the way back there on the fridge, I've got a gigantic monthly planner, a weekly planner, and a daily to-do list. So not only am I writing my plans down on paper, I'm also having one in my phone so I get reminders for the very important things, like when I have brand deals that are due. Also write it down on my fridge so I know when I'm leaving the crib or I'm in the kitchen, I can start marking things off. That one also helps me stay walking because I've been trying not to sit nearly as much. So having a to-do list has been very important to my morning routine, making sure that I'm scheduling out my time and knowing exactly where my time is going throughout the day and making sure that I'm getting things done. Literally, small things, and these do not have to be gigantic tasks. It could be things like laundry, it could be things like read 10 pages, it could be things like post 1 Instagram video. Make yourself a to-do list and start checking it off the more you go throughout your day. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and finish my hair off camera, and then I'm gonna come back so we can finish the rest of the video, because I still have a face and makeup and all types of stuff while we're talking and chatting and everything. I just realized you guys are gonna freaking murk me for not giving you the rest of the hair tutorial. But here it is. I decided to go with buns and leave some curls out because I seen a curl drop and I was like, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Can you see? Why does it feel like this thing is so overly bright? I might have to change my settings after this video. Sorry if this exposure is a little high during this video. Auntie is new here. I'm going to, for now, tuck these behind ears so that I can get to makeup. I am going to be doing a very minimal amount of face makeup today because my face is very tan. I recently burned in the sun. I will be trying a colored eye makeup but without eyeshadow. So I got colored mascara, and I also am probably gonna try to conceal my eyebrows and see, like, try to turn them blonde a little bit. I don't want to bleach them, but oh, I'm not doing pink lashes, I'm doing blue lashes. That's what I was gonna do, electric blue today. So we left off at tip number 3, habit number 3. Okay, habit number 3 can also be implemented in your morning routine. This is one of my favorite ways to wake up nowadays, and this was something that I actually had not been doing up until more recently. But morning walks, exercise. Actually, sorry, let me rewind. The third tip is going to be exercise in general, but one of the ways I've been implementing exercise into my morning routine is by taking morning walks outside while I make my to-do list. Are you getting my draft right now? This is how we habit stack. Okay, I'm giving you the easy life cheat code right now. Set your alarm, you wake up, you get out of bed, you get dressed, and you don't have to look the sexiest or the prettiest, especially if you wake up really early. Nobody's paying attention to you that early, I promise. And you go outside and take you a 10-15 minute walk around the block while you make a new note or you update your calendar about everything that you are going to get done today. That is your todo, your to-do list. Holy guac, I am peeling bad. And I was not expecting this today, so I don't know if makeup is going to be able to cover all of this, boo. Jeez. The earlier in the morning you do this, the better. Because 1, it's not going to get hot early. You also will go to sleep earlier. That's one way that you can literally habit stack those 3 habits first thing in the morning. The morning is the most important time of the day. I cannot stress this enough, okay? Exercise in general. Let's say you don't want to walk in the morning, okay? Let's say you just want to implement exercise. Exercise, I cannot stress this enough, is not just about weight loss. It's not just about health. It helps with your mental fortitude, your mental strength, okay? Your exercise is where your energy is stored. For those of you that are like, I'm too tired to exercise, I hate to break it to you, but exercise is actually what wakes your energy up. You feel so much more alive, so much more awake after you exercise in any fashion, babe. I don't care if you run, jog, dance, swim, walk, do hot yoga, do Pilates, you box, you pole dance, you do jumping jacks in place, you roller skate. I don't care what type of movement or exercise you are doing, but find something. And don't do it for the scale, right? If you want to see results on the scale, you can mix exercise with calorie tracking and making sure that you're in a deficit, but that's for a different video, a different time, different explanation. There are some videos on my page that you can find about, more information about calorie deficits, especially on my collaborative videos. If you go to the collab tab with the Gym Girl Diaries, I have quite a few videos, especially for beginners, on that. Or if I can, I'll try to tag them on the screen somewhere, but Auntie is old, like I said. I'm trying my best here, guys. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Why is exercise important for our brain? It's going to excel you in other aspects of your life. And I made an Instagram reel about this not too long ago, about how when I was big and I was broke, I used to ask myself, why are successful people fit? And why are fit people successful? Why is it almost hand in hand that when you see a successful person, they're waking up at 5 a.m. and eating eggs or kiwi on a beach somewhere with a ripped, body, looking great, feeling great, so happy, energized? Why are these so linked? And after being on my weight loss journey, after getting in the gym and realizing what the gym has done for me, I have finally answered the question. And the answer to that question is, when you get yourself in the gym, you stay in the gym long enough, even through those hard days where you don't want to get up, you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, and you cry and you complain, you still get up and you still go and you still make it happen every day for long enough to where you start seeing results. You start believing in yourself. Because you go, I've done this for so long that I'm finally seeing progress. And even through all those hard days and all the times where I looked in the mirror and felt like I was making no progress, look how far I've come. It actually worked. So you believe in consistency now. You see that the progress in your body, something that was not necessarily building a business or had anything to do with money, but more so something for free that you could wake up and do every day, which is just be consistent in exercise and tracking your macros. That's free. You start realizing, this is something I can do in other aspects of my life too. I have mental fortitude now. I have discipline now. So what I was talking about in this Instagram reel was that once you have that out of the gym, you realize I can make progress out of just consistency. I can do that at the computer. I can study something every day for 10 minutes, and even though it'll feel like I'm going nowhere for 10 minutes every single day, and I feel like I'm doing the same thing and I'm getting nowhere, I feel like I'm stuck, I'm not learning anything, you will realize in a year how much you actually have picked up on, how much knowledge, jargon, slang in these specific niches, whatever you might be learning. For me, it's been like trading, okay? Like, I thought more recently I was not learning anything new, until I watched my very first video of me trading and seeing my setups and seeing how I was looking at the charts. Maybe you don't know exactly what I'm talking about when I reference this, but it was something that was absolutely like learning a new language to me. And I realized that even though I feel like today when I'm on the charts, I don't know what I'm doing still to my full capacity, I haven't realized that watching all the videos that I have, putting all the hours in the charts that I have, and actually practicing and doing demos and stuff like that, I have learned so much, and I didn't even realize unless I was literally documenting it. So enough blabbering about that, but exercise is going to be the number, and I say exercise because it's the free thing that you can do, right? A lot of people go to college and they go to school every day even though they don't want to. You go to work when you don't want to. Yes, these are things that are disciplined, but when you can do it for yourself and you do something that actually benefits your health, your mental health, your hormones, your everything, literally there's no negatives to actually moving your body a little bit more. Well, enough about exercise, okay? I was preaching, but that's how much it means. I'm serious. It's not just about weight loss. Okay, tip number 4, reading or consuming informational content. This goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about. When you're constantly learning, you are listen, neuroplasticity, okay? Neuroplasticity is when you are forcing your brain to change. You're rewiring. You can rewire your brain. You can teach yourself new things. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how stupid you think you are. I don't care if you went to college. I don't care if you're full-time in work. You have a brain, and therefore you can develop your brain in different ways. So when you learn new information, let's say you wanted to learn a new language, or maybe you wanted to learn a new sport. A lot of people give up on these things because, oh, I'm just not good at it. Oh, I'm not learning it fast enough. Oh, it's not coming to me. I'm just so stupid. No, when you take the time to be a beginner, when you take the steps to learn, when you take the time to, improve your brain's capacity just by reading books, just by listening to informational content, you are doing yourself more of a service than you know, as opposed to sitting there and watching baddies or sitting and doom scrolling, TikTok. You can dedicate a little bit of time throughout your day to consume something that is going to be beneficial to you, and you can choose whatever that might be. It can be about National Geographic. It doesn't have to be about anything that you want to apply, but it's more beneficial obviously if you want to apply something like how to start a business or how to do something that's a high income skill. Maybe you've been wanting to do real estate, or you want to invest for the first time. These are all things that you can literally consume for free. A lot of the information that I collect personally it's been for free. I collect a lot of free information. Obviously, I pay for books, and I have a whole bookshelf dedicated to financial information because I want to be really good about my business and personal finances. I am not a professional, and it's still something that I am so bad at that it's not even funny. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. But, and you guys hear me talk about this struggle all the time, especially if you watch me on YouTube. But I won't give up. Use your brain more, read more, use ChatGPT less, do calculations on your calculator instead of asking robots. These are all ways that you can continue using your brain for exactly what your brain is meant to do. Do you hear me? All right, so successful people do not come from success, but habits, okay? I mentioned this book in the very beginning of the video, and I'm so serious. If you do not read any book ever, I promise you, I wrote this book in a different lifetime, The Compound Effect. I wrote it. My name was Darren Hardy in my last life, and I wrote The Compound Effect, okay? If you want the wise words of wisdom from me, vicariously from me, read that book. I'm telling you, when I first read it, which I'm still in the middle of it right now, I was shocked. I was like, I must have been an entrepreneur in my life, in my last lifetime. Look, I literally started stuttering. I was so appalled. Having a separate social media page for your informational content. So follow doctors, follow personal trainers, follow licensed nutrition coaches, follow day traders, follow wholesale agents, real estate agents, follow ASL interpreters and teachers, follow people who show you how to speak Spanish, follow people who you know, anything. People have niche accounts for absolutely any and everything that you can think of. If you put it in the little Instagram search bar, you're gonna find content related to that. I love following doctors and personal trainers and people who share informational content, and especially on my wealth page. I have a Sierra 2 wealth page as well as my Sierra 2 tough page, but I love following people who share amazing, useful content. So I think my brows are laid. I'm gonna go ahead and just try some concealer, see what happens. Okay. Oh my goodness. Y'all, why? I have never tried this before, but I'm kind of scared. Like, okay, in the mirror it looks all right, but I'm scared. Hello, let me get up in here. Are y'all seeing me right now? Like, okay, this is not me. I am back, and I think it's coming together. I did a lip, and then I also had Dior ribbons from a bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, let me cut this ribbon in half and put it in my bow, or like put it in a bow around my buns. Hello, I can't stand this camera right now, right? And then I didn't have no other blue except this blue dress that I've had already for some time, so I just put this on. And I don't know if I want to do just face pictures indoors or if I want to take some outside. I might do a hybrid. I might take some inside and then go outside and see if they come out better. That's sometimes what I be doing. And then I also straighten my bangs and give myself a little curve so that it frames my face. And I think, let me turn this light off. Maybe that's what's messing me up right now. I know it probably looks freaky, but I think the pictures will eat. Like, I'm hopeful. You know what I mean? Like, I think with a white background or just like a natural, it's really nice outside. So I might get some inside and then outside. But anyways, let me finish up this video. We'll wrap it up here so I can actually get my pictures in and move on with my day and take this down so I don't feel crazy. But hopefully y'all liked my little creative trust the process video, and I hope that the tips were actually helpful. But you guys have a great day, and let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see next. Oh, before I go though, really quick, I wanted to let you guys know, if you guys want to work on these habits with me, 30 Soft starts June 8th, which means you can get in and we can start working on these habits immediately. Easy habits, easy, just for 30 days to start, to see if we can hang with them, and if not, we readjust and we start from the top for the next 30 days. So all of the links will be in the description below, so just check them out and make sure you give me a subscribe. Love y'all. Bye.